Hello everyone, it's DiegoDoom here, and today I'm bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing Max Factory Biofighter Collection release number 8, Neo Zx-Tole. Neo Zx-Tole comes from the 1985 manga Bio Booster Armor Guyver. After losing his comrades and barely escaping absorption himself, Zx-Tole returns to Kronos and demands that Dr. Barkus reprocess him. Upon reprocessing, Zx-Tole becomes Neo Zx-Tole, a lost number with the ability of all 5 members of the Hyper-Zonoid Team 5. Neo Zx-Tole is said to be the strongest Zonoid ever created. So, once again, if you all have not done so already, definitely check out the Bio Booster Armor Guyver manga, as well as the several animated adaptations. They're all very nice, very neat, and very cool. But, nonetheless, Max Factory Biofighter Collection release number 8, Neo Zx-Tole, is another fantastic release in the Biofighter Collection. Neo Zx-Tole has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a very nice, very neat, very cool, and very good range of articulation. So first, let's take a look at Neo Zx-Tole's accessories. Okay, so now let's take a look at Neo Zx-Tole's accessories. So Neo Zx-Tole comes with 1 pair of hands, 1 pair of high-frequency swords, 1 pair of biomissile shoulders, 1 pair of wings, and 1 stand. So first, let's take a look at Neo Zx-Tole's hands here. The pair of hands that Neo Zx-Tole comes with are his open hands here, and they're definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Now, I must admit, Max Factory did cut the corners here a little bit. This is the exact same hand from the standard Zx-Tole figure, so, they did cut corners, but it's okay because this is a fantastic sculpt, so, why not use it again? So this hand still has that great sculpt going on. On the outside, you have the nice bug-like exoskeleton with very sharp claws here. Definitely cool there. On the inner palm, you have the softer part of the hand here with nice biological lines going on there, so definitely very cool. Now, how the hand attaches, we're back to the peg system again. So what we'll grab is Zx-Tole here, and here you have the peg there. Do be aware, this peg moves around quite a bit, more so than the regular Zx-Tole figure. I'm not sure why. Maybe my figure, but still. When swapping the hands, do handle this with extreme care and caution. So what we got to do, grab the hand here, match up the hole with the peg. Just kind of put that on there. And what I like to do is just kind of twist and turn and work this on here. And, do be careful about putting too much pressure or force on the forearm because you don't want to stress any of the joints out. And I just kind of slowly work that on there. And it could take a little bit of time. Let's see if we can get that on there. It could be a little bit tough at times because the peg moves quite a bit. But there we go. We have it in there. Pretty good. Not as snug as it could be, but still pretty good. So here we have Zx-Tole's open hand attached. Nice range of movement there as the peg is a little bit loose. Maybe it's just my figure where the peg's a little bit loose, but still, very cool. So, the next accessory that Zx-Tole comes with are his high-frequency blades here. Now, these blades are definitely very nice, very neat, very cool. Now, these are pretty plain. It's a great accessory, but, there's not much detail going on. Just a couple of lines here to show it's a blade, but still very cool and somewhat sharp at the tip, but still cool. Now, how these blades attach, we'll grab Neo Zx-Tole yet again. You have the retracted blade in the upper forearm here. You just got to pull that right out. And it comes out pretty easy, but it is in kind of snug. Let's get that out. Work that out just like so. Grab the blade here. This is the hole in the forearm there, so definitely cool. Grab the blade here and just push that right in, and it goes in pretty easy. Let's see if we can lay Zx-Tole down. It's a very big figure. Push that in. There we go. So now we have Neo Zx-Tole with his high-frequency blade that he receives from Thancruz, I believe. So definitely very cool. Absolutely fantastic. A great accessory. So the next accessory that Neo Zx-Tole comes with are his biomissile shoulders. Now these come from the abilities of Gaster here. So these are definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Now these missiles are made out of rubber, but for some reason these are very, 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 very sharp for some reason. So definitely cool there. And as far as the sculpt's concerned, you see these great biological lines here on the inside here. So definitely cool. So they didn't skip any corners there. Absolutely fantastic. A great mesh going on here. Definitely cool. Now, how this attaches, we're going to go ahead and remove one of Neo Zx-Tole's shoulders here. But first, there is an indicator on the shoulders on the inside here. And it'll let you know if this goes on the left side or the right side. So this one goes on the left. You can see that upside down L there. So we'll go ahead and grab Neo Zx-Tole again. And we're just going to remove his shoulder. So this will be pretty easy right here. One thing to note, you probably want to turn Neo Zx-Tole's head. So when you're removing the shoulder, it doesn't bump his horns here. Because he has some very large horns now. So we'll just go ahead and remove that off. pretty easy right there. Grab the new biomissile shoulder here, slide that right on so. Goes on very snug, clicks into place. And now we have Neo Zx-Tole with his biomissile shoulder. So definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Now, it may take some maneuvering, so, you know, Zx-Tole's horn actually clears this, so do be aware of that. So, definitely very cool there. So, the next accessory that Neo Zx-Tole comes with are his wings. Now, once again, Max Factory did cut the corners again, but it's okay. It's a great sculpt. This is the exact same wing that's shared with Zx-Tole as well as Aptum here. So, you know, it's the same great pair of wings as always, but, you know, it's okay. It's still very cool because, you know, it's a great sculpt, so we can go ahead and let that slide this time. But still the same great wing, a nice hard plastic, great detail lines going on here, great veins, definitely very cool. Now, as always, do be cautious with these wings. They are hard plastic, but they definitely feel like they could break somewhat easily, so, you know, I think this would break under the right pressure. You know, if you drop it just right, it probably will break. So just handle these wings with care, but they're still very cool. Now, how the wings attach, just like with Zx-Tole before. Oops, sorry about that bump. We take Neo Zx-Tole here, and we're going to open up his wings here. Now, as always, this comes with the retracted wing accessory I forgot to mention, so it's pretty standard. We'll just pull that out. And the wings attach just like with our Zx-Tole figure here. So we'll grab one of the wings. Fit that into the peg there, and it should fit in very snug and secure. So definitely very cool. So give me one moment, we'll take a look at Neo Zx-Tole with his wings attached and his stand. Okay, so now we have the Neo Zx-Tole figure with his wings attached and the stand. So first, let's take a look at the stand here. So the stand is definitely very nice, very neat, very cool, and very standard as always here. So we have here, the stand has a nice black matte finish with the Bio Booster Armor Guyver logo inset with a glossy finish there. Get some focus. So it's definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Then the support mechanism for the stand for Neo Zx-Tole is a very wide and snug connection there, so definitely cool there. Definitely unique, absolutely fantastic there. But the main showstopper today is Neo Zx-Tole. So get some focus there. We'll go ahead and center him up here. Okay, so now we have Neo Zx-Tole in his full glory, plus a couple of accessories attached. So as you can see, Neo Zx-Tole is a very long ways away from the camera, which means this figure is absolutely massive with his wings attached. So it's definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. The figure looks absolutely fantastic and definitely complete with his wings. So absolutely fantastic. Now, just like with the Zx-Tole figure, this figure will take up a lot of space on a shelf with the wings attached. So, you know, if you have room for it, go ahead and display them with the wings because they're absolutely fantastic. And if you don't have the space, Neo Zx-Tole still looks cool without his wings attached. So absolutely fantastic. Then another note, as always, when connecting your figures to their stands, do be aware it's a very tight, snug, and firm fit, which means you could rub some of the paint off on the waist of your figures. And I'll show you what I mean here. We'll grab Neo Zx-Tole there. And we'll go ahead and get some focus a little bit. Let's get some focus there. And as you can see, this is going to be a very snug and firm fit there. So pretty firm there. So, you know, just kind of handle it with care because you don't want to rub any of the paint off of the sides of your figures, but still very cool. And then also, as you can see, just like with the standard Zx-Tole figure, when you attach Neo Zx-Tole to a stand, it leaves him suspended in the air, which pretty much begs you to display him with his wings. So it's absolutely fantastic and definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. So this is absolutely fantastic here. So now we have the accessories out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the Neo Zx-Tole figure itself. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Neo Zx-Tole figure itself. So Neo Zx-Tole has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, and a very nice, very neat, very cool, and very good range of articulation. So first, let's begin with the articulation in the head here. So Neo Zx-Tole's head is on a ball joint here. Get some focus going on. There we go. And we'll get a little bit of light here also. So Neo Zx-Tole's head is on a ball joint here, so we can look left, we can look right. Now, depending on how the horns are positioned, they can be hindered by the shoulder, so I'll show you what I mean. So Neo Zx-Tole's head can look left, he can look right, he can look down a little bit and up ever so slightly. It's kind of standard here, but still very cool. Now there's also some articulation in the horns here, so definitely very cool there. But also this reveals one of his first gimmicks also. So in the head here, we move this back. This reveals the head beam. So very cool and very nicely done. Absolutely fantastic there. So next in the shoulders here, Neo Zx-Tole's arms can come out quite a bit. Now, the higher you raise these arms, the more this will push the shoulder piece out. So you can get that full 90-degree bend here, but you'll risk pushing the shoulders off, which you can be popped right back on. Not a big deal, as you can see I just did there. But we can kind of see what the joint looks like here. So definitely very cool there. So you get that nice bend out there without the shoulder, and just put the shoulder right back on. So definitely cool there. We'll put that right back on there. There we go. So in the bicep or upper forearm here, we can rotate this around quite a bit. Definitely cool. Then the lower forearm, we have a rotation there, and this actually bends. And a pretty good bend there. Absolutely fantastic. Maybe a double jointed elbow, but not quite. Still cool. The hands are on our peg system here, so we can rotate it around. Absolutely fantastic. So definitely cool. So the next gimmick, just like with the standard Zx-Tole figure, Neo Zx-Tole's chest actually opens up, or excuse me, his stomach. So we'll reach around the back here, just like with the Zx-Tole figure. We'll open the wings up here, and we're going to pull this piece out. All you have to do, push on this button, push at the top here, and it's going to open up the chest. Now, or excuse me, the stomach. Now on my figure, this kind of sticks a little bit. We just have to help it out just a slight bit. So there we go. So now we have Neo Zx-Tole with his stomach open. So now he can perform the final blaster Tempest. So definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Absolutely fantastic there. Now in the legs here, Neo Zx-Tole's legs, they can move left and right quite a bit, and forward and back ever so slightly. So okay range of articulation in the legs. It seems a little bit limited as compared to the standard Zx-Tole figure, but still at the end of the day, still very cool. Now this reveals the next gimmick that Neo Zx-Tole has, and these are the biolasers in his legs here. So I'll just demonstrate on this other side because the panels seem to stick on the right leg of my figure, or excuse me, the left leg. So how you do this, all you have to do is make enough space for the panels to move. We'll just go ahead and grab this, and we're just going to open that. We're going to also, first and foremost, pull this forward a little bit, as you can see. Then we're going to open up the panels. So definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. So now we have Neo Zx-Tole using his blasters. One thing I also forgot to mention, his forearm blasters here. So go ahead and grab those there. We're going to open those up very far. So this is definitely cool. And one of the main reasons why I really enjoy this Neo Zx-Tole figure is the simple fact that, you can see more of the bio laser. So it's definitely very cool because, with the standard Zx-Tole figure, the hatch opens, it seems like 45 to maybe 15 degrees. You can barely notice the bio lasers there. So still, definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Now down for the lower legs here, Neo Zx-Tole's knees can bend just a little bit. Pretty good bend there. Definitely nice. Then the feet here actually move too, so absolutely fantastic there. So definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. This figure is absolutely fantastic. Now, as far as the sculpt, let's check that out in the paint applications. Neo Zx-Tole sculpt and paint apps are absolutely fantastic. A nice glossy dark brown finish. Now, before it always seems like Neo Zx-Tole is black, or his exoskeleton is black, and that's mostly because they're always depicted in dark and night scenes. So it's a deep dark brown, so it's still very cool. So absolutely fantastic here. Nice yellow paint applications going on, but the biggest showstopper here are the bio lasers. So they're very nicely done. So they're very much like the Kamen Rider compound eyes here. So definitely very cool and very nicely done. Absolutely fantastic there. Very nice, deep and shiny red going on there, as with all the other bio lasers. So definitely very cool. A great sculpt going on in these inner bio laser flaps here. Once again, this is somewhere where they could have cut corners, but they did not, and it's greatly appreciated. So absolutely fantastic here. Definitely very cool. Very nice job going on the orbs here in Neo Zx-Tole's waist. Absolutely fantastic here. And also, Neo Zx-Tole has a lot of horns, so he is definitely very sharp. So do be aware of how you handle him because he can poke you pretty good. So definitely cool there. Then in the legs here, we'll pull those out yet again. Get that open. Absolutely fantastic sculpt going on here yet again. And, as always, they could have cut corners, but they did not. So very great and absolutely fantastic here. This is definitely very cool and a very nice figure. Absolutely fantastic. Also, one thing to mention, The wing flaps here, these can actually rotate just a little bit, and this is just to maneuver around so you can place the wings accordingly. So this is definitely cool here. And also, this is a part that you would assume wouldn't be seen, but they still include the detail here. So it's absolutely fantastic, doing those little steps goes a long ways for me, and it's greatly appreciated. So definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. So this figure is absolutely fantastic and definitely cool. So, now that we have the Neo Zx-Tole figure out of the way, let's go ahead and conclude this review. To conclude the review, Max Factory Biofighter Collection Release number 8 Neo Zx-Tole is another fantastic release in the Biofighter Collection. Neo Zx-Tole has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a very nice, very neat, very cool, and very good range of articulation. So this figure is absolutely fantastic and definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. Now, one thing I must mention, I must admit, collecting the Biofighter collection can be a very expensive task. So, if you can afford it, you're a fan of the Guyver, Zx-Tole as well as Neo Zx-Tole, definitely pick this figure up. It is absolutely fantastic. Also, one thing I've also noticed, a lot of people tend to skip the standard Zx-Tole figure and jump straight from the Neo Zx-Tole figure. Honestly, I would recommend picking up both figures because, Neo Zx-Tole is another stage in Zx-Tole's life. So I recommend, you have both iterations of Zx-Tole, both as regular and as Neo. So, it kind of completes the collection as well as the character. So, definitely very cool there. But also, if you haven't done so already, absolutely check out the Bio Booster Armor Guyver manga, as well as the several animated adaptations. They're all very nice, very neat, and very cool. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.